Welcome, fellow travelers and urban explorers, to another captivating Tour Insight exclusive. In this video, we'll unveil a curated selection of scenic wonders that capture the essence of the Big Apple. Get ready to discover spots where history whispers through the streets and where modern marvels touch the sky. We'll explore its history and uncover the stories of the visionaries who shaped this concrete jungle. But here's the kicker. Not all of these stunning locations come with a price tag. We'll reveal which spots you can soak in for free and which might require a little investment for an unforgettable experience. Wondering when to visit? We've got you covered. We'll also provide you with insider tips on the best times to beat the crowds and capture that perfect moment, whether you're chasing golden hour views or seeking the electric energy of the city at night. And don't worry if you're traveling solo or with the whole family. We'll show you how these scenic treasures cater to all. From year-round attractions to seasonal spectacles, we'll unpack all the must-know tips so that you never miss out on New York's scenic wonders. So, stick around as we dive into the heart of the city that never sleeps, revealing its most picturesque secrets and helping you plan your ultimate New York adventure. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be itching to book your trip and see these sights for yourself. No discussion of New York's scenic wonders would be complete without mentioning its iconic landmarks. These architectural marvels and historic sites aren't just photo opportunities. They're the very heart and soul of the Big Apple. Each one tells a unique story of the city's history, ambition, and resilience. Let's start with the grande dame of NYC landmarks, the Statue of Liberty. Standing tall in New York Harbor since 1886, Lady Liberty has welcomed millions to America's shores. Just a ferry ride away, this 305-foot neoclassical sculpture isn't just a symbol of New York, but of freedom and democracy worldwide. Fun fact, did you know the statue was a gift from France to commemorate the centennial of American independence? The statue's torch-bearing arm arrived in 1876, but it took another decade for the entire monument to be assembled. Today, visitors can climb the 354 steps to her crown for a panoramic view of the harbor and lower Manhattan's skyline. Shifting our gaze to Manhattan's iconic skyline, the Empire State Building stands out as a true architectural icon. Completed in 1931, this 102-story Art Deco skyscraper was once the tallest building in the world. Its observation deck offers breathtaking, 360-degree views of the city. But it's more than just a pretty face. The Empire State Building has been a symbol of American ambition and resilience, especially in the years following the Great Depression. Did you know it was built in just 410 days? Ahead of schedule and under budget? This feat of engineering and logistics embodies the New York spirit of getting things done against all odds. Speaking of resilience, we can't overlook the One World Trade Center. Rising from the ashes of the 9/11 attacks, this gleaming tower stands as the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. At 1,776 feet, a nod to the year of American independence, it's a powerful symbol of New York's strength and rebirth. The adjacent 9/11 Memorial and Museum offers a somber yet essential look into one of the most defining moments in recent American history. The twin reflecting pools, each nearly an acre in size, sit within the footprints of the original Twin Towers. The names of every person who died in the 2001 and 1993 attacks are inscribed into bronze panels, edging the pools, creating a powerful tribute to those lost. For a taste of old-world grandeur, look no further than Grand Central Terminal. Opened in 1913, this Beaux-Arts masterpiece is more than just a transit hub. Its celestial ceiling, iconic clock, and bustling concourse have featured in countless films and TV shows. But did you know it was almost demolished in the 1970s? A preservation campaign led by Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis saved this architectural gem for future generations. Today, it's not just a beautiful building, but a thriving marketplace and dining destination. Don't miss the Whispering Gallery near the Oyster Bar, where the vaulted ceilings create an acoustic marvel. Last, but certainly not least, let's talk about Central Park. This 843-acre oasis in the heart of Manhattan has been providing New Yorkers with a much-needed escape from urban life since 1858. Designed by Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux, the park is a masterpiece of landscape architecture. From the romantic Bow Bridge to the whimsical Alice in Wonderland statue, every corner of Central Park tells a story of New York's past and present. The park houses several notable landmarks within its boundaries, including Belvedere Castle, a miniature castle offering panoramic views of the park and city. The Bethesda Terrace and Fountain, with its intricate carvings and iconic angel statue, is another must-see spot that has become synonymous with the park itself. But let's not forget some other iconic landmarks that define New York's character. The Brooklyn Bridge, completed in 1883, is not only an engineering marvel, but also a symbol of the connection between Manhattan and Brooklyn. Walking across its elevated pedestrian pathway offers stunning views of both boroughs and the East River. Times Square, often called the crossroads of the world, is a sensory overload of bright lights, larger-than-life billboards, and constant activity. While it might not be a single building, this intersection is undoubtedly one of New York's most recognizable landmarks, drawing millions of visitors each year to experience its unique energy. The Chrysler Building, with its distinctive Art Deco style and gleaming spire, held the title of world's tallest building for just 11 months before being surpassed by the Empire State Building. Its elegant design, featuring gargoyles modeled after Chrysler automobile products, makes it a favorite among architecture enthusiasts. These landmarks are more than just beautiful structures or popular tourist spots. They're the physical embodiment of New York's spirit, ambitious, resilient, diverse, and always evolving. Each one has played a role in shaping the city's identity and continues to inspire both New Yorkers and visitors alike. As you explore these iconic sites, you're not just seeing New York, you're experiencing the very essence of what makes this city truly unique. Now, while the iconic landmarks are must-sees, the true magic of New York often lies in its hidden gems. These lesser-known spots offer unique perspectives on the city and provide a reprieve from the tourist crowds. Let's explore some of these secret scenic locations. First up, let's head to the Elevated Acre. Tucked away in the financial district, this urban oasis sits atop a parking garage on Water Street. With its manicured lawns, sleek design, and stunning views of the East River and Brooklyn Bridge, it's a perfect spot for a midday escape or a sunset picnic. The best part? Most people walking by on the street below have no idea this tranquil garden exists just above their heads. For art lovers and those seeking unusual viewpoints, the Met Rooftop Garden is a must-visit. While the Metropolitan Museum of Art is far from a secret, many visitors miss out on this seasonal gem. From April to October, the roof hosts rotating art installations set against the backdrop of Central Park and the Midtown skyline. It's a unique blend of culture and scenery that's hard to beat. Nature enthusiasts will fall in love with the Hallett Nature Sanctuary in Central Park. This 4-acre woodland, Skyline, was closed to the public for decades, reopening only recently. It offers a rare glimpse of what Manhattan might have looked like before urbanization, with winding paths, native plants, and even the occasional wildlife sighting. Despite being in the heart of one of the world's busiest parks, it feels like a secret garden, miles away from the city hustle. For a dose of whimsy and history, seek out the hidden Whispering Gallery in Grand Central Terminal. Stand in one corner of this unmarked archway near the Oyster Bar and have a friend stand in the opposite corner. Even amid the station's bustle, you can whisper messages to each other with crystal clarity, a quirk of the vaulted ceiling's acoustics that's delighted visitors for decades. Lastly, let's venture to Long Island City in Queens for a visit to Gantry Plaza State Park. This waterfront oasis offers unobstructed, postcard-perfect views of the Midtown skyline. The park's restored gantries, remnants of the area's industrial past, frame the scene beautifully, especially at sunset. It's a photographer's dream and a peaceful spot to watch the city lights come alive as dusk falls. New York City isn't just a feast for the eyes. It's a treasure trove of stories waiting to be uncovered. Many of the city's most beautiful spots are steeped in history, with tales of famous figures and pivotal moments that have shaped not just the city, but the entire nation. Let's start with the Brooklyn Bridge, an architectural marvel that's as rich in history as it is in beauty. Completed in 1883, it was the world's first steel wire suspension bridge, designed by John Augustus Roebling. Tragically, Roebling died before construction began, passing the torch to his son, Washington. When Washington fell ill, his wife Emily stepped in, becoming the bridge's de facto chief engineer. Her daily supervision of the project for over a decade made her an unsung hero of early feminism and engineering. Today, as you walk across this iconic span, you're literally treading on the dreams and determination of this pioneering family. Moving uptown, let's explore the literary legacy of Washington Square Park. This vibrant green space was once a stomping ground for some of America's greatest writers. Henry James set Washington Square here, while Edgar Allan Poe lived just north of the park during some of his most productive years. In the 1950s and 60s, the park became a nucleus for the Beat generation, with poets like Allen Ginsberg and Jack Kerouac frequenting its pathways and surrounding coffee houses. Today, as you relax by the fountain or people watch from a bench, you're participating in a centuries-old tradition of artistic inspiration and cultural ferment. No discussion of New York's historical significance would be complete without mentioning Ellis Island. This small island in New York Harbor was America's busiest immigrant inspection station from 1892 to 1954, processing over 12 million newcomers to the United States. It's estimated that nearly 40% of all current U.S. citizens can trace at least one of their ancestors to Ellis Island. The island's beautifully restored main building now houses a museum that tells the stories of these immigrants, their hopes, fears, and dreams as they started new lives in America. A visit here is a powerful reminder of the diverse roots of American society. Let's not forget Central Park, a place where history is written into every pathway and grove. Did you know that Seneca Village, one of the first communities of free African-American property owners in New York, once stood where the park is now, or that the charming Bethesda Terrace was designed as a grand social experiment to bring together New Yorkers of all classes. The park has been a backdrop for countless historical moments, from Martin Luther King Jr.'s speeches to John Lennon's final years spent in the nearby Dakota Building. Finally, let's touch on the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village. This unassuming bar was the site of the 1969 Stonewall riots, widely considered the catalyst for the modern LGBTQ+ rights movement in the United States. Today, it stands as a National Historic Landmark, a testament to the courage of those who stood up for their rights and changed the course of history. While New York City is steeped in history, it's also a place of constant reinvention. The city's skyline is a testament to this evolution, with contemporary architectural wonders standing shoulder to shoulder with classic landmarks. These modern marvels aren't just feats of engineering. They're bold statements about New York's future and its continued role as a global trendsetter in urban design. Let's start with the striking One World Trade Center, also known as the Freedom Tower. Rising 1,676 feet into the sky, a height chosen for its patriotic symbolism, this gleaming structure is the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere. Its design, a simple yet powerful obelisk form, tapers into 8 isosceles triangles, forming a perfect octagon at its center. The building's exterior, clad in prismatic glass, reflects and refracts light, changing its appearance throughout the day and seasons. More than just an office building, One World Trade Center stands as a symbol of resilience and renewal, anchoring the reimagined World Trade Center complex. Moving midtown, we can't overlook the pencil-thin skyscrapers that have redefined luxury living and engineering possibilities. Buildings like 432 Park Avenue and 111 West 57th Street, often referred to as super talls, push the limits of architectural design. At 1,296 feet, 432 Park Avenue is a minimalist cube stack that seems to defy gravity. Meanwhile, 111 West 57th Street, standing at 1,428 feet, is the thinnest skyscraper in the world, with a width-to-height ratio of 1:24. These buildings don't just offer unparalleled views, they've literally changed the way we look at the New York skyline, adding a new dimension of slenderness and height. For a more whimsical addition to the cityscape, look no further than the vessel at Hudson Yards. This interactive artwork, designed by Thomas Heatherwick, rises 16 stories and consists of 154 interconnecting flights of stairs, almost 2,500 individual steps. With its honeycomb-like structure, the vessel offers visitors a unique vertical journey and countless perspectives on the surrounding city. It's a climbable sculpture that encourages exploration and interaction, embodying New York's spirit of ambition and innovation. Let's not forget about the Shed, also in Hudson Yards. This cultural center features a remarkable movable outer shell that can adapt to different spatial needs. When deployed, it creates a 120-foot-high space for large-scale performances, installations, and events. This adaptability represents a new approach to urban architecture, where buildings can transform to meet changing needs. Lastly, we have to mention the dramatic renovation of the Museum of Modern Art, MoMA. While not a new building, its recent expansion by Dilla Scofidio plus Renfro, in collaboration with Gensler, has redefined what a modern museum can be. The redesign increased gallery space by a third and created a more open, accessible layout. The new MoMA seamlessly blends the old and new, much like New York itself. These modern marvels contribute to the city's skyline in profound ways. They push boundaries, challenge our perceptions, and keep New York at the forefront of architectural innovation. They create new icons for the 21st century while respecting the city's rich architectural heritage. As you gaze at the New York skyline, you're not just seeing buildings. You're witnessing the city's ambition, creativity, and ceaseless drive to reinvent itself. These structures are more than just places to live, work, or visit. They're a bold declaration that New York City will always be a place where the future is being built, right before our eyes. Now, let's explore the mix of free and paid attractions that make New York City accessible to all budgets. One of the best things about New York City is that you don't need to break the bank to experience its scenic wonders. The city offers an incredible array of free vistas and attraction options, alongside some paid experiences that offer unique perspectives. Let's break down some of the best in each category. First, let's talk about the freebies. Central Park, often called the city's green lung, tops our list of free attractions. This 843-acre oasis offers countless scenic spots, from the romantic Bow Bridge to the panoramic views from Belvedere Castle. You can spend an entire day exploring its lakes, meadows, and woodlands without spending a dime. Another free gem is the High Line. This elevated park, built on a former railway line, provides a unique perspective of the city from above. As you stroll along its 1.45-mile length, you'll encounter art installations, native plantings, and stunning views of the Hudson River and the city's skyline. Don't miss the chance to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge, one of New York's most iconic structures. This free activity offers breathtaking views of both the Manhattan and Brooklyn skylines, especially magical at sunset. Once you reach Brooklyn, head to Brooklyn Bridge Park for more free scenic vistas of the Manhattan skyline and the Statue of Liberty. For art lovers, many of New York's world-class museums offer free admission days or pay-what-you-wish options. The Metropolitan Museum of Art, for instance, has a suggested admission fee, allowing budget-conscious visitors to pay what they can afford. Now, let's turn to some paid attractions that offer unique experiences worth the price of admission. The observation decks of the Empire State Building, Top of the Rock, and One World Observatory all require tickets, but they provide unparalleled 360-degree views of the city from different vantage points. Each offers a distinct perspective. The Empire State Building gives you that classic New York experience. Top of the Rock offers the best views of Central Park, and One World Observatory provides a modern, high-tech viewing experience. For a different kind of paid attraction, consider a visit to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. While you can view Lady Liberty for free from Battery Park, paying for the ferry and admission allows you to get up close to this iconic symbol of freedom and explore its fascinating museum. The New York Botanical Garden in the Bronx is another paid attraction that offers a unique escape from the urban landscape. With 250 acres of diverse gardens and plant collections, it's a feast for the eyes in any season. The garden's special exhibitions, like the annual Orchid Show, offer ever-changing scenic experiences. Remember, whether you choose free or paid attractions, each offers its own unique way of experiencing New York's scenic beauty. The free options allow you to soak in the city's atmosphere and energy, while the paid attractions, some attractions, often provide more curated experiences or exclusive viewpoints. By mixing and matching these options, you can create a perfect itinerary that suits both your interests and your budget. After all, in New York, there's always something amazing to see, regardless of what you're willing to spend. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more travel stories. With that said, thanks for watching. And until next time, keep exploring.